baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.
To Faribault in Bill Field for the 99th annual Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament. Greg Williford is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swinson. In our second game here in Faribault today, it is the Plato Blue Jays and the Ada Athletics. Ada will be the home team, and they will send Jonas Sanders to the hill. And Sanders will face this Plato lineup. Leading off at shortstop, Dane Schwartz. Batting second at second base is Bo Leppel. Hitting third at third base, Matt Odegaard. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Gabe Repke. Hitting fifth, the pitcher, Adam Prin. Hitting sixth at first base, Bennett Leppel. Mitchell Beshi bats seventh and plays center field. Dylan McCormick in center is catching and batting eighth, and Reach Schwartz is batting ninth and playing left field. First ball swing is Dane Schwartz. He grounds one towards second and Brett Fenning. And an easy toss across to first base and Ethan Opsahl. One down here in the inning. So one pitch, one out here in the bottom of the first inning. And Bo Aleppo will be at the plate. Jonas Sanders will have this defense behind him. Riley Resnick in left, Braden Fetting in center, and Mike Erickson in right. Blake Fetting at third, Bo Fetting at short, Brett Fetting at second, Ethan Opsahl at first. Sonny Resnick behind the plate, and Sanders on the hill. His first pitch goes high to Leppel. One ball and no strikes to count. The pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Bo on the season was a .293 hitter, knocked in 20 runs, which was second on the squad. With the pitch in there for a strike. Leppel, a graduate of Glencoe Silver Lake High School. One or 2-1 grounded towards third, picked up there by Blake Fetting. He'll throw across the diamond, and a couple of ground balls retire the first 2 Blue Jays here in the top of the first inning.
The third baseman, number 34, Matt.
This game, looking at the brackets, the winner of this game will head to Dundas, not a week from today, actually Saturday, 6 days from now, to take on the Jordan Brewers at 1:30. 8 out of Region 10, Plato out of Region 7. And Matt Odegaard will look at a strike. Odegaard, a graduate of Glencoe Silver Lake and former Minnesota State player. Look at the pitch outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 1-1 delivery, outside corner for a strike. And it's 1-2. Jonas Sanders, a graduate of Fargo North High School, and played baseball at Des Moines Area Community College in Iowa. 1-2 with 2 down, the pitch outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. We're in the top of the first inning. Jordan awaits the winner of this one in Dundas next Saturday. 2-2 delivery, sails high for now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Faribault. 3 balls, 2 strikes outside for ball 4. So Odegaard draws a 2-out walk, and Gabe Ripke, the designated hitter, will get a chance here in the top of the first inning.
Designated hitter number 10, Gabe Ripke.
Ripke stands in from the right-hand side of the plate. 77 degrees at game time. Slight breeze out of the north at 7 miles an hour. Humidity just 57%. Absolutely gorgeous. To watch baseball here on a Sunday afternoon in Faribault. This pitch a strike to Ripke. No balls and 1 strike to count. Ripke, graduate of Glencoe Silver Lake High School. He'll take a strike again. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Sanders trying to work around a 2-out walk here in the first inning. Chest high pause. And the pitch blown away. Plato. 3 make that 4 state championships to their credit. They're back here at the state tournament for the first time since winning the Class C title back in 2018. They won 2015, 2007, and 1996. A swing and a miss. And Sanders gets Odegaard down on strikes. 1 walk and 1 left. 1/2 inning complete. Plato nothing. And Ada coming to bat. And Ada will bat this way. The pitcher, Jonas Sanders. The shortstop, Bo Fetting. Blake Fetting at third base. Braden Fetting in center field. Sonny Resnick, the catcher. Ethan Opsahl at first base. Riley Resnick in left field. Mike Erickson in right field. And Brett Fetting is the second baseman. And that lineup will face Adam Prane for Plato. Prane played some college ball at Ridgewater, another graduate of Glencoe Silver Lake High School. Looking at Prane's numbers for the season. If I learn how to click on the right thing on my computer here. Prane on the season, 7-2, a 2.13 ERA, a .80 walks and hits per innings pitch. He struck out 70 men in 71 2/3 innings and only walked 9. He'll have this defense behind him. Reese Schwartz in left, Mitchell Bogie in center, and Zach Stockman in right. Matt Odegaard at third. Dane Schwartz at short. Bo Leppel at first. Bennett Leffel. Bo Leffel is actually at second. Bennett Leppel is at first. And Dylan McCormick behind the plate with Adam Prine on the mound. Jonas Sanders, the pitcher, will lead things off for the Athletics of Ada. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Sanders, a .429 hitter on the season. Look at a strike on the inside edge in the pitcher against pitcher matchup. Knocked in 11 runs throughout the course of the campaign. Swinging a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Sanders to be followed by Fetting and Fetting. And in case you were curious, all 4 Fettings are brothers. So the pitch high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Keith Hansen, the manager of this squad. 1-2, fastball up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Keith has been managing this team 31 years and 14 state tournament appearances. Brother Jim, kind of the general manager of this group. The 2-2, swing and a miss, and Sanders down on strikes, 1 down. Here in the bottom of the first inning for Bo Fetting.
The shortstop, number 13, Bo Fetting.
Bo on the season was a .381 hitter. Bo, one of 4 Fetting brothers playing for this squad, as the first pitch to left-hand hitting Bo is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. His brother Blake on deck, and his brother Braden is in the hole. Swing and a miss. A foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Dylan McCormick. Behind the plate, 1-1, swinging a foul back. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Bo, a graduate of Ada Borup High School, on a ground ball towards second. And Leppel, who'll throw on to first base to retire Bo Fetting. 2 down here in the first inning.
Number 20, Blake Fetting.
And Blake Fetting will come to the plate. Played some college ball at Northland. Nobody on, 2 down. And he hammers one towards left field and deep. Reese Schwartz looks up, and that's going to be off the fencing in left field. Blake Fetting will have a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the first inning. That part of the park is the shortest part of the park. It's 300 straight away left field, so there is an elevated fence out there. If that hit at that level in any other part of the park, it would have been out of here, but Blake Fetting ends up with a double. A runner at second and 2 down. And the batter is Braden Fetting, who will look the pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Blake Fetting this season has 34 overall hits, and 15 of those hits have been for extra bases, including his 8th double of the season a moment ago. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Pren delivers and a ground ball towards short, picked up there by Schwartz. He'll wind up and throw to first base. The throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he drops the ball, does Leppel, and that will allow Blake Fetting to score. And it is a 1-0 advantage for Ada. They're going to give the error to the shortstop Schwartz, which allows Ada to get on the board here in the bottom of the first inning. So a 2-out double by Blake Fetting. Braden Fetting puts the ball in play and allows Blake to score. And Ada draws first blood as pitch goes low to Sonny Resnick. 1 ball and no strikes. Friend giving up an unearned run here in the bottom of the first inning as the pitch in there for a strike. It is 1-1. Sonny Resnick played some baseball at Minnesota Crookston. A Norman County East graduate. He'll look at a strike, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sonny, one of 3 Resnick brothers playing on this team. Ada, the community in the heart of the Red River Valley. It's not a big roster for Ada, but Norman County is also the 11th smallest county in the state. The 1-2 is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And some pretty good alumni have played for the Ada A's over the years. We'll talk about that as the afternoon goes on. The 2-2 delivery is high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. But town ball, quite the family affair. Jim and Keith Hansen running this team. They've been associated with the team since 1986 when their father was managing the team. A curveball outside to Resnick. So first and second, 1 in and 2 down for Ethan Opsahl. Ada looking to add on to its 1-0 lead. Opsahl will stand in from the left-hand side of the plate. An error allowing the run to score here in this inning. As Opsahl swings and misses at the first offering, no balls and 1 strike. Opsahl played at Dakota Wesleyan, a Norman County East graduate. Away from second is Fetting, away from first is Resnick. No balls, 1 strike, and a ground ball towards right field. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Braden Fetting will come to the plate, and he will score without a play. The throw goes to third. Resnick gets there on the single by Opsahl, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Two two-out runs here in the bottom of the first inning. Both unearned, both count on the board, and Riley Resnick will try to keep the fun going. So Opsahl with an RBI single. Riley Resnick becomes the 7th batter after 4 straight have reached for Ada here in the bottom of the first inning. A curveball taken on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Resnick away from third, Opsahl away from first. Bennett Leppel holding him on over there. Adam Prin to the pause and the pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2 now. Opsahl off of first, Resnick down the line from third. Prin ready and the pitch high and tight, and it hit him. So Riley Resnick wears it to load the bases. That'll push Opsahl up to second. And Mike Erickson will get a chance. In the bottom of the first inning, the inning started relatively harmlessly with a strikeout to Sanders and a ground out from Blake Fetting, with a double off the left field fence. Braden Fetting reached on an error to score run number 1. A walk to Sonny Resnick, an RBI single for Ethan Opsahl. Then a hit by a pitch to Riley Resnick, and Mike Erickson will stand in. He'll take the breaking ball inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 for Ada, 0-1 for Plato. Swinging a pop up. Foul territory left side, hustling over is Odegaard, the third baseman. He'll make the catch in front of the Plato dugout to retire the side. But 2 runs score, both unearned, both count on the board. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and the base is left loaded. We are 1/2 inning complete. It is a 2-0 lead for Ada. A 2-0 lead for Ada as we go to the top half of the second inning. Greg Williford is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Second game of 3 here today in Faribault. First game today had Waconio defeating Union Hill by a 6-2 margin, and then our final game of the day we'll have the Raymond Rockets and the Wanamingo Jacks. And Adam Prin Bennett Leppel and Mitchell Boshi are due here in the second inning. First pitch outside from Jonas Sanders. The next pitch in there for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch outside to Pren. Two balls and 1 strike, and the pitch low again. 3 balls and 1 strike. Adam with the stick this summer. 253 with a home run and 12 RBI. Hammered foul down the right field line. So we go full on.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
It's the next offering high. Two balls, no strikes. The count on Bennett Leppel. Pren went down and looking to start this inning as Sanders throws outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. So Sanders delivers, and the pitch, the old automatic on 3-0, makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. Bennett Leppel this summer is a .330 hitter with 2 home runs and 16 RBIs. The 2 home runs tied for the team lead as the pitch goes outside. Leppel draws a 1-out walk here in the second. One down here in the inning, and Mitchell Beshi to the plate. Beshi, a .216 hitter with 9 driven in this summer. 2-0 Ada. 2 unearned runs in the bottom half of the first inning. The pause, the pitch, just missed the out, or I guess it was a ball outside corner. The umpire was about ready to throw his hand up and say, better not call that a strike. Might get a few oohs and ahs that I don't really want. 1 ball, no strikes, and a blooper foul. First base side out of play. And the winner of this game will go to Dundas next Saturday and take on the Jordan Brewers at 1:30. The winner of this game would have to win 1, 2, 3, 4 more games to get back here to Faribault. The rest of that bracket would be on Dundas soil as Leppel back to the bag, diving on a quick move from Sanders. One ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1 delivery is a pop-up into right field. Mike Erickson coming in, and he'll have to play it on a hop. The throw to second base won't be on time, so it'll be first and second with 1 down here in the second inning. So first and second with 1 down. And Dylan McCormick will come to the plate. McCormick, a .356 hitter this summer. No home runs and 17 RBI. McCormick hits ground ball towards short. Bo Fetting will make the play. A 1-hop jumping toss to second, and they're going to get Beshi on the force. 6-4 on the force there for the second out of the frame. Hello. We are back up and running. We apologize for a couple of difficulties that we had there, as it's 2-0 Ada here in the bottom of the second inning. A swing and a miss by Jonas Sanders, but the ball gets by the catcher, Dylan McCormick, and Dylan McCormick won't be able to retrieve it in time, so Sanders strikes out for the second time in this game, but advances to first on a wild pitch. So Sanders at first, Fetting at third. Just to review what you've missed in between here. As runners at first and third with one down, Bo Fetting to the plate. He grounded to second his first time up. Fetting grounded to second his first time up. First and third with nobody out. This pitch goes outside. 1 no strikes the count. Two nothing Ada. Here in the home half of the second inning, we'll run down the Plato inning that you missed in the second inning. The pitch swinging a foul away. It is 1 and 1 strike the count. Yes. All right, we apologize for some difficulties we've had here. We missed most of the second inning. You didn't miss any scoring. Let's run down what you missed. You were with us through the first inning. In the Plato second inning, Adam Preen struck out looking. Bennett Leffel then walked. Mitchell Boshi singled. Dylan McCormick hit into a fielder's choice, which erased Boshi from the base pass 6-4, and Reese Schwartz flew out to left to end the threat. In the Ada half of the second inning, and Ada is the home team, they walked. Brett Fetting walked to start the inning. He stole second. Jonas Sanders struck out but advanced on a wild pitch. Then Bo Fetting hit a line drive to third for the first out of the inning, and then Brett Fetting was doubled up as a part of the play. They threw across the diamond and were a little late to get Jonas Sanders for a potential triple play. After that, Blake Fetting singled to left to send Sanders to second base, but the inning ended with a Braden Fetting ground out to second base. So that is what you missed after we were having some difficulties. We want to thank Zach for getting us back up and running here. Greg Williford and Darren is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. We're back here in Faribault as the Ada Athletics lead it by a 2-0 margin in our second game of the day here in Faribault. Dane Schwartz, the leadoff hitter for Plato. Look, the first pitch high from Sanders. Schwartz grounded out to second. In the first inning, a fly ball towards center field. Long run for Braden Fetting, and he'll make a running one-handed above the head catch in center field for the first out of the inning. So Schwartz now 0 for 2 on the day. Sanders one time through the order has walked 2, struck out 2, and given up 1 hit. 1 down, nobody on for Bo Leppel, who grounded to third his first time up. 2-0 Ada in the top half of the third inning. Plato is the visiting team in this situation as curveball taken high. 1 ball, no strikes. Beautiful day here in Faribault. Temperatures in the upper 70s. No breeze, no humidity. A fly ball deep down the left field line. Resnick angling over. It's going to be in foul territory. The ball left the yard. Ended up by the Minnesota Baseball Association trailer up that third base side. But Leppel unable to put it between the chalk, even though he hit it a long ways. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanders delivers, and a curveball goes outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors for Ada. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for Plato as a curve taken for a strike, and that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Curveball low. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. 1 down, nobody on here in the visiting half of the third as Sanders delivers, and a curveball is popped up, shallow left. Bo Fitting, the shortstop, is out, and he'll make an above the head one-handed snag for out number 2 here in the inning. The winner this game will move on to face the Jordan Brewers next Saturday in Dundas. That will be a 1:30 start next week. Of course, all the games right here at NSPN.TV. Line drive into right center field, and Odegaard has himself a base hit. Odegaard, who walked in the first inning, gets a single to right as he got it by a lunging Brett Fetting at second base. So the Blue Jays have had base runners in every frame, and Gabe Repke will try to come up with some 2-out magic. He struck out to end the first 0 for 1. 2-0 Ada as we play the top half of the third inning as the pitch swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pause, the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike, rather. One and 1 the count, and the pitch. Out of the zone, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ada, 4 Class C championships to their credit. Or Plato, 4 championships to their credit. 96, 07, 15, and 18. 2018 was their last state tournament appearance as a pop-up goes first base side into foul ground, and that one will land just outside of the Ada dugout on the first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count now. 2-0 Ada after the 2 spot in the first inning. Ada has not been back here since 2018. Runner bluffs going, 2-2 pitch, outside corner, strike 3 call. That'll be the 3rd strikeout for Sanders. 1 hit, 1 left, 2.5 innings complete. And it is 2-0 Ada.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
A 2-0 lead for Ada as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Greg Williford is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you are with us from Faribault. It's done a great job hosting this tournament thus far, and they're just going to get better the next 2 weekends. Faribault hosting this tournament for the first time since 1978, the 99th annual Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament, as Sonny Resnick looks at the first pitch on away. 1 ball, no strikes. Resnick walked in the first inning as part of that 2-run first inning. Both runs scoring with 2 outs as Resnick fouls one right side and out of play. An error got the first run home in the first inning after a 2-out rally. And an Ethan Opsahl RBI single got the second run home. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. As the pitch to Resnick is low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Next year, the 100th Amateur Baseball Tournament going to be hosted by Delano, Dassel, and Litchfield. 2 balls, 1 strike, ground ball up the middle. Moving to his left is Schwartz from his shortstop position. He'll throw across the diamond to retire Resnick. 1 down here in inning number 3. 2024 tournament, Belle Plaine, Jordan, and Green Isle. The 2025 tournament, Brownton, Gaylord, and Hutchinson. The 2026 tournament, New Prague, Shakopee, and Jordan. As Opsahl stands in, he had an RBI single in the first. He'll look at a strike from Pren. No balls and 1 strike. We mentioned 2026, New Prague, Shakopee, and Jordan. A fly ball center field, shallow. Second baseman Bo Leppel is out, and he'll make an above-the-head catch for out number 2 here in the 3rd inning. 2027, Cold Springs, Watkins, and Avon. And in 2028, Red Wing, Cannon Falls, and Miesville. So Miesville hosting the tournament this year. They'll get another chance in 6 years as Riley Resnick looks at a strike, 0-1. Resnick hit by a pitch in the first inning. The pitch over for a strike again. And Pren ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Pren looking for the first 1-2-3 defensive inning for the Blue Jays here in this game. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Breaking ball down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One, 2, curveball taken for strike 3. It'll be strikeout number 3, 4 Adam Prin, 1, 2, 3. The Athletics go down in order. We head to the top half of the fourth inning. It is Ada leading by a 2-0 margin.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
2-0 Ada as we start the top of the fourth inning. Pitcher against pitcher matchup to start the fourth. Adam Prin struck out looking at his first plate appearance back in the second inning. Sanders delivers, and Prin hits ground ball toward short. Charging there is Bo Fetting, and he'll throw across the diamond to retire Prin. Sanders has retired the leadoff hitter in each of the 4 frames thus far. He's given up 2 hits. He's walked 2, and he's struck out 3. Of course, the most important stat, he's kept Plato off the scoreboard. Bennett Leppel drew a walk in the first inning. Looks at a pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Ada got two out unearned runs in that first inning. An error scored the first one, and a 2-out RBI single by Ethan Opsel scored the second one, and a blooper out to left field, a base hit. Bennett Leppel reaches for the second time in as many plate appearances. 1 down here in the fourth inning. And Mitchell Beshy will get a chance for Plato. Beshy singled back in the second inning. Sanders comes to a pause, and the pitch, ground ball right back to Sanders. He'll double clutch, throw towards second base. The out recorded there. A leaping grab was made by Fetting. He leaped to catch the ball and came down with his foot on the bag, a trifle in front of Leppel out at second base, according to the base umpire. And there's 2 down here in the inning. And Dylan McCormick will be the batter. McCormick into a force play in the second inning, 0 for 1. 2-0 the score. Plato on top. Or Ada on top of Plato. With Jordan awaiting the winner of this one in Dundas next Saturday. The right-hand hitting catcher instead of move to first base, and Beshy will be back diving to the bag. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Faribault, hosting this tournament for the first time since '78 as the pitch goes outside. One ball, no strikes. Short lead at first base by Beshy. The pause, a fastball missed outside. After one, Hutchinson leading Kimball. The pitch, a strike, and it's 2-1. Two balls, one strike to count. Short lead at first base by Beshy. And the pitch, a blooper foul. First base side out of play. Bell Field. Chasing to the county fairgrounds here in Faribault. High school athletic fields. Also a part of this complex. Swimming pool across the way. A lot of young people having fun on a warm summer day, reminding them in a couple of weeks they'll be back in class. 2-2, runner goes, curveball high, throw down to second base is in time. Tag taken by Bo Fetting out at second base, so a 2-6 caught stealing will end things here in the fourth. One hit, nobody left. To the home half of the fourth, 2-0 Ada.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
2-0 Ada as we head to the home half of the fourth inning. Ada 2 out, two out, unearned runs in that bottom of the first inning, and it's held up to this point. Winner of this one heading to Dundas to take on Jordan next week. It'll be 8-9-1 due for Ada here in the home half of the fourth inning. Mike Erickson fouled out to third to end the first. Adam Prinn has given up 2 unearned runs. Starts Erickson with a strike. He's walked 2, he's struck out 3, and he's retired the last 4 that he has faced. That's his longest consecutive batter streak retired. Consecutive retired batter streak. Apologize for the poor sentence structure. Another curveball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Erickson takes the next one inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Mike Erickson. The 1-2. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count remains. 8-9-1 due for Ada in the home half of the fourth inning. The pitch, a blooper towards second base, and a running grab is attempted but failed by Leppel. Leppel, the first baseman, went after it, couldn't corral it, and Erickson will reach on the second defensive miscue by Plato here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Brett Fetting will stand in. He walked back in the second to lead off that frame. 1 on, nobody out. 2-0 Ada here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Odegaard up at third, expecting a bunt, a fastball up. 1 ball, no strikes. Odegaard in on the grass at third. Leppel holding the runner on at first. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The pause and the 1-0. Sprayed foul, third base side out of play. Good crowd on hand. Had nearly 800 people here on Saturday. I believe Meesville had a similar crowd. I hadn't heard what Dundas had yesterday. The pitch goes outside. 1 ball or 2 balls and 1 strike count. So pretty good numbers attendance-wise, as you would expect. The pitch outside again. 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1, fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes last year. Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg hosted this tournament, set an all-time tournament record of 21,013 people coming through the gates. Sprayed down the left field side, but fouled again. So this will become at least an 8-pitch at-bat between Adam Prin and Brett Fetting. The pitch inside for ball 4. So Fetting draws his second free pass. That's the third one that Prin has had in this game. Erickson will get pushed up to second base, first and second with nobody out. Now the top of the order, and Jonas Sanders will come up. Leppel up at first base, expecting a bunt. Step in front of the bag at third is Odegaard. Sanders will lay down a bunt third base side, and letting that one roll foul are the Blue Jays. Both McCormick and Odegaard tried to come up with it as it trifled to the left of the chalk of the third base side. No balls, 1 strike. Sanders struck out swinging in that first inning. Struck out swinging, but reached on a wild pitch in the second. No balls, 1 strike. Prin to a pause. The 0-1 delivery is a swing and a pop-up on the infield. Infield fly is cold. Odegaard will make the catch for good measure halfway between third base and the mound. So Sanders now 0 for 3 on the day. First and second, 1 down. And the batter is Bo Fetting. Champlin Park defeated Chaska in a game earlier today, 7-2. Bo Fetting 0 for 2, grounded to second in the first, lined out into a double play in the second inning. The pitch high and away. That was a play where it almost turned into a triple play. The line drive caught at third by Odegaard. He doubled up the runner at third, and they threw across the diamond. Wasn't a lot of drama in the play at first base, but closer than I've seen with the naked eye for quite some time as the pitch goes low. 2 balls, no strikes to the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Bo Fetting, one of 4 Fetting brothers on this squad. Erickson away from second, Fetting away from first. The 2-0 is a strike. It's 2-1. Erickson off of second, Fetting off of first. Once again, this is Bo Fetting at the plate. The 2-1 delivery is a little chopper on the third base side. It's fielded by Prin, and he'll throw to first base with Leppel covering the bag. And a 1-3 put out recorded with Erickson moving up to third and Fetting. That is Brett Fetting moving to second. You got 4 brothers in the lineup. You better identify the right Fetting. They're all have first names that start with B, too. Brett Fetting to the plate. He doubled and scored in the first, singled in the second. So he's 2 for 2. Pren will work out of the windup in a 2-0 Ada lead, bottom of the fourth inning. And Blake Fetting fouls one, first base side and out of play. That one hitting the roof of the concession tent up the first base side and grilling a bunch of good food. I know I touched on this a couple of times yesterday. Over at Meesville, you had the grill got hit by a foul ball yesterday. The 0-1 delivery outside, but my sources have confirmed that neither a human or a meat patty was damaged by that foul ball. Safety first, you know. Erickson at third, Fetting at second. Blake Fetting at the plate. The 1-1 hit towards third, caught in the air by Odegaard, and that's that for the fourth inning. An error, a walk, and 2 runners left. The A's have left 7 runners on through 4 innings. We head to the fifth inning. It's a 2-0 lead for Ada.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Greg Williford is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson as we two-step to the fifth. 8-9-1 due for Plato here in the fifth inning. Dylan McCormick, Reese Schwartz, and Dane Schwartz. Dylan McCormick was at the plate when Beshy was caught stealing to end the fourth inning. He had hit into a force play in the second inning in his lone official plate appearance. The pitch, a strike. No balls, 1 strike to count. The 0-1 delivery, a curveball fouled back. So it's no balls, 2 strikes. Sanders has given up the 3 hits, walked 2, and struck out 3 through 4 innings. The 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball just off the corner. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 more to go. It'll be Wanamingo and Raymond in our final game of the weekend here in Faribault. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Sanders delivers the 1-2, a ground ball towards the left side, knocked down there by Fetting, and all he'll be able to do is keep it on the skin. They are going to rule it a base hit as McCormick reaches. He becomes the first leadoff hitter to reach for the Plato Blue Jays today. And Spencer Leppel will run for McCormick at first base. And Schwartz will come to the plate. A runner at first and nobody out. Top half of the fifth inning. Plato trailing by a 2-0 margin. Plato has had base runners in every frame. The pitch, Schwartz tried to bunt, failed to do so. They threw behind the runner at first base, and Leppel back to the bag, diving. No balls, 1 strike, the count on Schwartz. We mentioned Plato's had base runners in every inning, but Ada's had their chances to have a little bigger lead than a 2-0 advantage. They have left 7 runners on through the first 4 innings. No balls, 1 strike, the count on Schwartz. A soft toss over to first base. And back to the bag, diving is Leppel. Paused by Sanders, and Jonas brings it to the plate in a curve. Ball outside. One ball and 1 strike count. Pause, the 1-1. Another curveball that barely missed the inside edge. Two balls and 1 strike count. Short lead at first base by Leppel. And a ground ball to the right side, fielded by Brett Fetting, but he won't be able to stop it, and it trickles out to right field. It'll end up with runners at the corners and nobody out here in the 5th inning. It'll be the first defensive miscue of the day for the Ada Athletics. So tying run on base, go ahead run at the plate. And Dane Schwartz will come to the plate. Dane grounded to second in the first inning and flew out to center in the third. He'll start the 3rd trip around the Plato batting order here in the 5th. Nobody out. This is their best scoring chance of the day thus far. The pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, the count. Next offering out of the zone, 2 balls and no strikes, the count. 2, 3, and 1 for Ada, 0, 4, and 2 for Plato, and it's a 2 ball, no strike count on the leadoff hitter in the lineup. The pitch, chopped to the first base side, fielded at first by Opsahl, and an underhand toss to the bag with Sanders covering, but he was late. Leppel will score. Schwartz will move up to second. That's Schwartz. And Dane will reach first base. It's now a 2-1 ball game, and still nobody out in the inning. Schwartz will get an RBI on that base hit. First and second, nobody out. Bo Leppel to the plate. He grounded to third in the first, popped to short in the third. He'll lay down a bunt first base side, and it's a beaut. Sanders will field an underhand toss to the bag, and the sacrifice complete 1-3, sending Reese Schwartz to third and Dane Schwartz to second. And Matt Odegaard will come to the plate. And Matt Odegaard is going to get a free pass. Odegaard had walked and singled previously. And with the first base open, Odegaard, a .377 hitter on the regular season who had knocked in 22 runs, will get put on, and they'll leave it up to Gabe Repke, who has struck out twice. Repke is a .283 hitter on the season. Bases loaded, 1 down. 2-1 Ada, but the lead is ominous at the present time. As Sanders whirls and fakes. To try to get some runners napping, and they just weren't doing it. The pitch fouled. Back to the screen. The ball is 1 strike, count on Gabe Ripke. Sanders working out of the stretch with the bases loaded and 1 down, and he works on baseball's version of the Mikan drill once again. 0-1. Pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is a right-hander up in the Ada bullpen down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on the cleanup hitter for Plato. Repke, their designated hitter today. The 1-1 makes it 2-1 as the pitch goes high and away. Two balls, 1 strike. Inning started with a McCormick single. Schwartz reached on an error to make it first and third. The pitch outside. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Dane Schwartz with an RBI infield hit to score Spencer Leppel, the pinch runner for McCormick. A sacrifice by Bo Leppel put runners at second and third, and Odegaard was intentionally put on. 3-1 delivery is high, ball 4, and RBI the easy way for Gabe Repke, and we are even at 2. Repke with the bases loaded walk to score Reese Schwartz, to move Dane Schwartz to third and Odegaard to second. And now a meeting on the mound between the infield and battery. And coming to the plate is Adam Prin. And he'll have an opportunity to help his own cause in what is now a 2-2 ball game. Prin struck out looking in the second inning and grounded to short in the 4th inning, up again here in the 5th. Conversation done. And here we go. Dane Schwartz at third, Matt Odegaard at second, and Gabe Repke at first. 1 out here in the 5th inning. Plato has tied the game. And the go-ahead run at third with Cherry on top runs at second and first. Pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 times through the order, Sanders had only given up 4 hits to this Plato squad. Fly ball left field deep. Resnick retreating, makes a leaping grab near the warning track and straightaway left. That will allow Dane Schwartz to score. And the lead is now 3-2. They appeal the decision at third base, and the home plate umpire said that Schwartz did leave at the proper time. That hard hit ball off the bat of Prin results in a sacrifice fly. And it's 3-2 Plato, first and second, 2 down, and Bennett Leppel becomes the 8th batter of the inning. A walk in the second, a single in the 4th, a 1-hopper right back to Sanders, and he'll sprint over to first base and give an underhand toss to Opsahl to retire the side. But 3-run score on 2 hits, helped out by 1 error and 2 runners left on base. This one's halfway complete. Plato leading by a 3-2 margin.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, featured stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood, NSPN.tv.
A 3 spot in the top of the 5th inning for Plato. And Adam Preen going to the hill with a lead for the first time today. He'll face the middle third of the Ada order here in the home half of the 5th inning. Ada is the home team. And Fetting will start this inning. This is Braden Fetting, the cleanup hitter who reached on an error and scored in the first and grounded to second in the second. Breaking ball low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Ada got those two out unearned runs in the bottom of the first inning. Since that time, they've had other chances as the next pitch goes outside. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Even in that 2-run first inning, Ada left 3 runners on base. They've left a total of 7 on in the game, and a ball 4 given to Braden Fetting. So Fetting draws the walk. 4th one from Adam Preen. And a visit from the Plato dugout. And it looks like Jack Yonke had been warming up the bullpen. Yonke
2022 Hall of Fame inductees. Dale Decker from Maple Lake. James Cubis of Lonsdale. They're all signed up from Lonsdale.
He is one of the draftees for Plato. And we'll tell you more about him in a moment. Plato leading 3-2. Pitching change coming on NSPN.tv.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news! It's everything I ever wanted.
Jack Yonke is on. A draftee from Green Isle. And he will be on in relief of Adam Preen. 4 walks. 3 strikeouts. In 4+ innings. 3 hits. 2 runs and both unearned to this point. So it'll be a runner at first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. With the tying run at first base for the A's after Plato scores 3 runs in the 5th inning. And the winner of this one plays the Jordan Brewers next Saturday in Dundas. And we're happy to welcome you to the neighborhood this weekend. NSPN.TV, our new name, for a low price for a 30-day rate or a lower price of a yearly rate. You can get all the content that we produce, including stuff like the Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament, Legion Baseball in the summertime, a plethora of high school activities, which are about ready to begin, and MIAC and NSIC activities. Get it all at the NSPN.TV website you're in right now as Sonny Resnick swings and misses, no balls and 1 strike. Resnick walked in the 1st inning and grounded to short in the 3rd. 3-2 Plato here in the 5th. Pitch, strike. Adam Prin is still in the ball game. He got moved to right field. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Braden Fetting, the runner at first base. The A's have only been shut down in order once, and that was back in the 3rd. The 0-2 is up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jack Yonke out of Green Isle. One of the draftees. Of course, the draftees wear their home uniforms. They are not allowed to bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, blown away on the next offering. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swinging a foul away. Yonke is a Waconia High School graduate, played college baseball at California Baptist. Two balls, 2 strikes. The runner at first base and nobody out. Next offering a hanger high. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Swinging a foul. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. On Sonny Resnick. Can reach base for the 2nd time in this game, and Resnick stays alive by fouling 1. Away, right side, not a play. Three balls, 2 strikes. As Yonke and McCormick try to come up with another 3-2 concoction. Here it is, and another foul ball. So the competitive plate appearance continues. Plato leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pause in the 3-2, a blooper out into shallow center. It'll land for a base hit. Braden Fetting will put the brakes on at second base, so 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in the 5th inning. Tying run at 2nd. Go ahead run at 1st for the Athletics. And the only man with an RBI today for Ada is Ethan Opsahl. Opsahl with a RBI single in the 1st inning with 2 outs, and he popped to 2nd in the 3rd. And at first base is Leppel expecting a bunt. Opsahl holds the back, and stealing third on the delayed steal is Braden Fetting. Fetting took off once that ball was in the glove of McCormick as the infield was rotating, and McCormick didn't have a chance to make the throw. And as the infield was rotating, nobody was covering second, so Resnick took an extra 90 himself, so Plato will move their infield up. They'll play him halfway up the middle. And the pitch outside, now it's 2 balls, no strikes on Opsahl. So now the tying run comes to third base, and the go-ahead run at second base here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ada looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time since the first inning. 2-0, fouled away, left side, out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Ground ball, right side, picked up at second by Bo Leppel. He'll throw to first base with Braden Fetting cutting to the plate. Fetting will be able to score as Leppel gets the out at first base. Resnick moves up to third. Opsahl gets his second RBI of the day. And we are even at 3. A runner at third and 1 down. Now the infield coming up at all 4 spots. And Ryan Resnick will come to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the first, struck out looking in the third. A curveball misses, blown away. 1 ball, no strikes. That run charged to Adam Pren. So the book closed on him. 4+ innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. The 1-0 outside edge called for a strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike, and the throw back from the catcher, McCormick, a little errant. And some hustle from Jack Yonke prevented what could have been an embarrassing situation for the Blue Jays. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 down. A 1-1 delivery. Outside corner for a strike. Riley Resnick did not appreciate the last call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield up at all 4 spots for Plato, trying to cut down that potential go-ahead run. As the pitch goes outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. 3-3 game. Plato scores 3 in the top half of this inning. And Ada has tied it up here in the bottom half of the inning. Yonke, a draftee, gets a swing and a miss out of Resnick on a breaking ball. There's 2 down here in the inning.
Number 10, Mike Erickson.
Resnick at third, 2 down, 1 in. And Mike Erickson to the plate in a 3-3 ball game. Erickson fouled out to third to end the first, reached on an error to start the 4th. Yonke will fire a strike. And it's 0-1. Hutchinson leading Kimball 8-0 after 3. The pause and the pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Pause. 1-1. Slowly hit ground ball towards third, but it'll roll foul. And now Yonke trying to head, or is ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 with 2 down. Down the line from third is Resnick. Yankee to a belt high pause and the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Yankee able to limit the damage in the 5th. 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. We haven't decided a thing through 5. It's 3-3.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it. Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Cha-cha-cha changes for Ada. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Jonas Sanders is done after 5 innings, 5 hits. Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned. He walked 3, 1 intentionally, and he struck out 3. So Ethan Opsahl coming to the hill for Ada. He will move from pitcher to, or from first base to pitcher. Sanders will move from pitcher to left field. Left fielder Riley Resnick will move from left field to first base. So a 3-3 game. We proceed as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Mr. Joel Beshe singled in the 1st inning and reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. This will be Opsahl's 11th appearance of the summer. 38 strikeouts in 33 and 2/3 innings. A 1.60 ERA, a bunt up the third base side. It's going to trickle into foul ground. Sonny Resnick, the catcher, diving after that one to make sure it did stay in foul ground. No balls, 1 strike, the count on Beshe. It's an even game. Ada with 2 runs in the 1st inning and 1 in the 5th inning. Plato with their 3 runs in the top half of the 5th inning. Beshe 1 for 2. The 0-1 offering, swing and a miss. Opsahl well ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 delivery, popped foul. First base side, not a play. The 0-2 delivery. A curveball swung on and missed. Opsahl retires Beshe on a strikeout to start things here in the top of the 6th inning. One down, nobody on for Dylan McCormick. McCormick reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning, singled, and a pinch runner for him scored last frame as McCormick takes it high and outside from the left-hander Opsahl. Out of Dakota Wesleyan, the pitch goes low. One ball. And no strikes to count. 1-1. High. Now it's, I thought I was pitched behind. It's 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 delivery. Opsahl fires outside, and McCormick will reach for the second consecutive plate appearance. McCormick at first with 1 down, and Reese Schwartz will come to the plate. The number 9 hitter in the Blue Jay lineup flew out to left in the second inning and reached on an error and scored in the 5th inning. Lefty-lefty matchup in a 3-3 game, top half of the 6th inning as the pitch fouled off. And now you have the graphical evidence that is actually the 6th inning. No balls, 1 strike with the top of the order, and Dane Schwartz on deck. 0-1 delivery. Barely missed the inside edge. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Wanamingo and Raymond to close out the weekend. Our final game next. But nothing has been decided yet here as the pitch goes outside from Opsahl. 2 balls, 1 strike. Opsahl got Beshy on 3 pitches, but now has missed the zone on 7 of his last 8 offerings. The 2-1 make it 8 of 9 as he misses high and away for 3 balls and 1 strike. Plato leading the hits 5-4, the errors 2-1. Stat that counts, it's 3-3 as a breaking ball caught the inside corner. And now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 the count. The pause, the 3-2, sprayed foul. Out of play, and we'll do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Schwartz on deck.
This is Faribault. We do things different out here. We do things different. That's right. We have fun. We're in Rice County. Not Carver County. They'll never hold.
McCormick, a short lead at first base. Opsahl comes set, and a ball out into left field off the bat of Schwartz, and a base hit. Good job of going the other way on the breaking ball, and Reese Schwartz has himself his first hit of the day, first and second with 1 down, and now the top of the order. And Dane Schwartz. Schwartz grounded to second in the first, flew out to center in the third, and had an RBI single and scored himself in the 5th inning. So Plato trying to fight back after giving up the lead in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Opsahl on in his first inning of relief, a foul ball. Third base side and out of play. No balls, 1 strike to count on the leadoff hitter Schwartz. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Away from second is McCormick. Away from first is Schwartz. Another pitch, outside corner for a strike. And it's no balls and 2 strikes here in the Class C first round. The Jordan Brewers up next in Dundas next Saturday for the winner of this one. The 0-2 outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Opsahl with a look back at second out of the pause, and the pitch goes outside. And now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCormick off a second. Again, Reese Schwartz off a first. The pitch ground ball towards left field. It's going to get through for a base hit. Stopping at third will be McCormick. And the Blue Jays have them loaded here in the 6th inning. Dane Schwartz now 2 for 4 on the day. 7 hits for Plato. McCormick at third. Reese Schwartz at second and Dane Schwartz at first, and Bo Leppel to the plate. Leppel ground out to third in the first, popped out to short in the third, and sacrificed runner-up in the 5th. 3-3 game, top of the 6th. Pitch outside corner on a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. A trip to Dundas next weekend for the winner of this one. Opsahl working out of the stretch with the bases loaded, and 1 down, the pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Opsahl got Beshy on 3 pitches to start the frame. Then a walk to McCormick, a single for Reese Schwartz, and a single for Dane Schwartz. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. Opsahl is averaging over a strikeout per inning. 38 and 33 2/3 coming in. The 1-2 delivery, a blooper into shallow right field. Out is the second baseman, Brett Fetting, to make a running grab in shallow right for the second out of the inning, and the runners have to stay put. So Opsahl, who pitched himself into a little bit of trouble, trying to pitch himself out of the trouble that he caused. And now Matt Odegaard will come to the plate. He walked in the first, singled in the third, and was intentionally walked in the 5th inning. So Opsahl will choose to work out of the windup with the bases loaded and 2 down. The lefty brings it, and it's high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Next offering out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Opsahl already the 2-0 fastball out. And now it's 3 balls and no strikes. No place to put Odegaard here. McCormick at third, Schwartz at second, and Schwartz at first, and taking his Odegaard, and we proceed at 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1, swing and a miss, good location. And a healthy cut from Odegaard, but no contact. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, traveling time for the runners. 3-2. Back to your starting blocks, runners. That one fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners waiting for the starter's gun, and there they go. The 3-2 delivery out into right center field. Backing up is Brett Fetting, and he makes a backpedaling catch. And shallow to medium depth right field to retire the side. 2 hits and 3 runners left on base. Plato has now left 9 runners on through 6 innings. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, Ada and Plato are tied at 3.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Three game as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. No matter what happens in this contest, I think whoever doesn't move on to next Saturday in Dundas is going to look at missed opportunities, as Plato has left 9 runners on base and Ada has left 8 runners on base in this game. Ada left 3 runners on in the first inning, 2 runners on in the second and the fourth inning. Plato left the bases loaded in the sixth inning. They left 2 on in the second and the fifth inning. 3-3 game, and Brett Fetting, who made the fine backpedaling catch to end things in the top half of this inning, will come to the plate to start things in the bottom half of this sixth inning for Ada. Fetting walked in the second inning and walked in the fourth. Those plate appearances were against Adam Prin. This plate appearance against Jack Yonke. Fetting scoops one out to left center field. Over is the left fielder, Reese Schwartz, who calls off Pesci at the last second, the center fielder. And Schwartz will retire Fetting on the first pitch of the bottom of the sixth inning. One down, nobody on, and Jonas Sanders, the now left fielder in the game for Ada. Will come to the plate. Sanders 0 for 3 in the game. Struck out in the first, struck out, reached on a wild pitch in the second inning, and popped out to third in the fourth. It looked the first pitch outside. Yonke, another one of those kids that works out of the stretch no matter what, as Sanders fouls the next offering off. Ada with just 4 hits on the day. Plato has had 7. Plato with 2 errors and Ada with 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul. Right side and out of play, so the count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. Towards right field after it is Adam Prin. He won't be able to get there, and that catch is chalk up the first base line. A big turn at first base by Sanders. He'll put the brakes on there. And Sanders reaches safely for the first time today. A runner at first with 1 down, and Bo Fetting to the plate. Bo is 0 for 3. Ground out to second in the first, a line out into a double play to third in the second inning, and a tapper back to the pitcher in at the fourth inning. 1 on, 1 out, 3-3 game here in the sixth. The pitch outside corner for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to count.
For the right fielder. Perfect. Figured they had it right. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Yonke comes set, and the 0-1 offering sprayed foul, third base side. Beyond Coach Nelson in the third base box. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2. A little bit low. It got away briefly from McCormick. He recovers, throws down to second base, but Sanders is going to reach. They'll rule it a wild pitch. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. One and 2. Sprayed foul down the left field line. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 and 2 with a runner at second and 1 down. Yankee having some extra time getting on the same page with McCormick, perhaps changing the series of signs with a runner at second base. Of course, Yankee being a draftee, McCormick not used to working with him. And the pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed. Bo Fetting fails to make contact on an off-balance swing on the inner portion of the plate. 2 down and a runner at second. And Blake Fetting will draw an intentional walk, and Braden Fetting will come to the plate. First and second with 2 down, 3-3 game, home half the 6th. Braden Fetting has been on base 2 of the 3 times, once on an error and once on a walk. Ground ball towards second base, picked up there by Bo Leppel, and he'll throw on to first base to retire the side. A hit, a walk, and 2 runners left. Ada now into double digits in left on base, now with 10. We are 6 innings complete in this one. It is a 3-3 game.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
3-3 game as we start the 7th. Gabe Repke swung and missed at the first offering, and a ground ball towards third is gobbled up by Blake Fetting. He'll throw across the diamond, and it's scooped out well by Riley Resnick at first base. 2 pitches retire Gabe Repke. He was now 0 for 3 with a walk. He walked with bases loaded back in the 5th inning. A 3 spot in the 5th for Plato. A 2 spot in the 1st and a 1 spot in the 5th in the line score for Ada. And Adam Pren will steps in, and he will look at a strike. 0-1. He struck out looking in the 2nd, grounded to short in the 4th, and drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike. The man who was the starting pitcher in today's game for Plato. The 1-1 delivery is a pop-up foul ball, right side and out of play. Another one hitting the tent on the first base side. Protecting the grill and providing shade. That is a versatile structure. The 1-2, a ground ball towards short. Charging at short is Bo Fetting. He'll throw on the run to first base to retire Pren. And there's 2 down here in the 7th inning. Two down. And Bennett Leppel to the plate. Again, both these teams have had their opportunities. 9 left on base for Plato, 10 left on base for Ada in this game. Leppel will swing and miss at the first offering from Opsel. Plato had the bases loaded and 1 down in the 6th inning, but a couple of pop-outs to second ended the threat. Oh, 1, low and in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the next offering. It's dropped behind the plate by Resnick, but it will throw down to his brother Riley Resnick to officially record the putout. And for the first time in this game, Plato goes down in order. 3 up, 3 down. We stretch in Faribault. 3-3 the score.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
3-3 game. Jordan Brewers awaiting the winner of this one next Saturday in Dundas. 2 teams with a very good state tournament history going at it, and we haven't decided a thing through 6.5. We're heading to the home half of the 7th inning. Ada hasn't been here since 2018, but made 6 appearances between 2010 and 2018. They were 3rd place back in 1953 in Class B. Sonny Resnick, the catcher, looks at the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. Resnick walked in the 1st inning, grounded to short in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. 3-3 the score. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Yankee delivers a strike on a breaking ball. 0-1. Resnick was the first batter that Yankee faced when he entered the game in the 5th inning. He was able to limit the damage to just a go-ahead run scoring. The 1-1 blown away. 2 balls, 1 strike, so through 9 batters, he's given up 2 hits. He's walked 1. It was intentional. And he struck out 3. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Foul ball. Right side, not a play. Two balls, two strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. As Yankee comes set, the 2-2 delivery hangs high. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, fly ball, left field, relatively deep. Retreating on it is Schwartz. That ball is gone!
Solo home run for his third of the season to number 20, Sonny Resnick.
It's the first home run we've seen this weekend in Faribault, as Sonny Resnick hits his third home run of the season, and Ada retakes the lead 4-3. And Ethan Opsahl will look at a strike, 0-1. Ethan now becomes the pitcher of record for Ada. With the stick, he's knocked in 2 of their 4 runs. An RBI single with 2 outs in the first to pop out to second in the third, and an RBI ground out in the 5th. A foul ball makes it no balls, 2 strikes. Yankee gives up the go-ahead run to Resnick. It's pitched down and in, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The hit was only the 5th of the game, 2 of them belonging to Resnick. One ball, 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 delivery, a ground ball, third base side. Odegaard will field, angling to his left, and he'll gain himself and throw across the diamond, and Opsahl retired 5-3. 1 down here in the inning. After the Resnick home run, and Riley Resnick will come to the plate. Riley hit by a pitch in the first, struck out looking in the third, and struck out swinging in the 5th. One ball, no strikes. As Yankee puts in a request for a new baseball. Fortunately, the supply chain issues not getting in the way of that request. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Pitch outside. A look down to first base and no appeal. Now there is an appeal and it's not allowed. As Riley Resnick pitch, fly ball, right field relatively deep. Adam Preen will dive, and did he come up with it? He did! Adam Preen in right field. To make the play and rob Resnick of extra bases. So, 2 down in the inning. Resnick, the now first baseman, robbed of the hit by Preen on the catch in right field. And Mike Erickson looks at a strike. He's reached once in 3 plate appearances. He swings and misses at the next offering, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Erickson reached on an error in the 5th inning. 4-3 the score, Ada on top. The pitch blown away. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and no contact was made with the ball. McCormick couldn't get to the ball in time. It's a strikeout of Erickson, but he's going to reach to continue the inning. Second time a Ada player has struck out but reached base. In this game. And Brett Fetting will come to the plate. The pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Fetting drew a walk in the second inning, a walk in the fourth inning. And he flew out to left in the sixth inning. 4-3 the score, 8 on top. The pitch goes high. It is 2 balls and no strikes now. Ada leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, off-speed offering, and a good one from Yadke. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Yadke to a pause. And the 2-1 delivery is a foul ball. Left field side and out of play. So the deuce is wild on the number 9 hitter in the Ada lineup. The Sonny Resnick home run has given Ada a 4-3 lead. 2-2 delivery, a popper into left. Playable for Reese Schwartz in medium depth left, and he will make the catch to retire the side. But Ada takes the lead on the Sonny Resnick home run. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. 7 innings complete. We shimmy to the 8th. It is a lead of 4-3 for Ada.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Greg Williford is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you're with us. From beautiful Bell Field in Faribault. Been a great host this weekend for the opening round of the tournament. And we got 2 more weekends to go here in the state of Minnesota. Mitchell Beshe, Dylan McCormick, Reese Schwartz. The bottom third of the order to face Ethan Opsahl, who is now the pitcher of record. First ball swinging is Beshe, and he fouls it right side, out of play, no balls and 1 strike. 4-3 the score on the Sonny Resnick home run. To lead off the bottom of the 7th inning with Ada on top. Good curveball swung on and missed. 0-2 the count on Beshe. It was 1 for 3, had a single back in the 2nd inning. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss. Had a breaking ball down and away. Opsahl gets his 3rd strikeout, and there's 1 down here in the 8th inning. So Opsahl has given up 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 3 in the 10 batters that he has faced to this point. And Dylan McCormick will be the batter. Into a forced play in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 5th, and walked in the 6th. A strike to McCormick, no balls, 1 strike. Next offering outside. One ball, 1 strike count. Hutchinson leading Kimball after 5, 10-0. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 now on McCormick. The 1-2 delivery. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Got him with the breaking ball again, and 2 straight strikeouts from the left arm of Ethan Opsahl to start things here in the top of the 8th inning. The batter is Schwartz, who flew out to left in the 2nd, reached on an error and scored in the 5th, and singled in the 6th. So he's been on base 2 of the 3 times he's been up. Breaking ball outside corner for a strike, and now it's 0-2. 0-2. High. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1-2 delivery, a breaking ball fouled away. Third base sign out of play. Raymond and Wanamingo, our final game of the day when this one's done. Fastball outside for 2 balls, 2 strikes from Reese Schwartz. Opsahl wanted it, didn't quite get it, and we go full with the top of the order on deck. Three-two. Another foul ball, so we'll do it again at 3-2. In the lefty-lefty matchup, ground ball towards second base. Brett Fetting is there. And a throw over to first to retire the side. A 1-2, 3/8. Bottom of the 8th we go.
7.5 complete.
And your score is 8-4 in Plato 3.
PrepSpotlight.tv made history in 2020 by live streaming every game of the Town Ball State Tournament. History is happening again. PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv. The Neighborhood Sports Network launches this week with end-to-end coverage of a fantastic Minnesota sports tradition, Town Ball. See every game for a new fan-friendly monthly fee. Join for Town Ball State Tournament games, then stay for the high school and college seasons. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, featured stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood. NSPN.tv.
Pitching mound, and now Stockman has re-entered the game for Plato. He was batting, or wasn't batting to start the game, but was playing right field. Got moved out of the game and now is back in the game playing left field as Ada looks for some insurance runs. Jonas Sanders starts the 5th trip around the batting order. Sanders 1 for 4 on the day. 2 strikeouts, a pop out, and a single. 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're looking ahead to the Plato 9th inning, it will be their top of the order. So Ada probably looking for a little bit of insurance to give themselves some breathing room as Sanders hits it off the end of the bat foul. One ball, 2 strikes to count. 4-3 on the Sonny Resnick home run to lead off the 7th inning. 1-2 barely missed the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Two. Curveball low. Three-two. Low for ball 4, so Sanders goes from 1-2 to 4-2. And Sanders will reach to start the bottom of the 8th inning. A runner at first base, nobody out, and Bo Fetting to the plate. Fetting 0 for 4. Odegaard in at third, expecting a bunt, but Schwartz throws inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The pause, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. In top of the order due for Plato in the 9th inning. Schwartz comes setting a ground ball, first base side foul, just to the right of the bag up the first base side. So it ends up being 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Yankees' final line, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. That was the home run to Resnick. He walked 1 and he struck out 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch swung out and missed. And a pitch in on the hands, and Fetting now 0 for 5 on the day with 2 Ks.
Batter number 28, Blake Fetting.
1 down, 1 on. Blake Fetting to the plate. Doubled and scored in the first, singled in the second, lined out to third in the 5th, and was intentionally walked in his last plate appearance in the 6th inning. As the first pitch is a little bit low, a little bit outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Sanders away from first, a very short lead though, and Blake fouls 1 as he chased 1 about eye high. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 4-3 the score. Breaking ball, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Schwartz, outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sanders got on him with a walk to start this inning, then Bo Fetting struck out. It's 2-2 now on Blake Fetting. The 4 Fetting boys in this lineup. The pitch outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2. Hammered towards left center field. It'll land for a base hit and head towards the gap. Sanders hitting third base and getting a stop sign there. It'll be second and third with 1 down, as Blake Fetting is now 3 for 4 with 4 reaches on the day. So second and third with 1 down, and Braden Fetting with an opportunity to put his team on top, and they will put him on to set up a force at any base to bring up the guy that gave Ada the lead in the person of Sonny Resnick. Resnick walked in the first inning, grounded to short in the third, singled in the 5th, and hit a home run in the 7th inning. They'll play for 2 up the middle. They'll bring the infield up at the corners. Pitch down the right field line and foul. No balls and 1 strike. From a matchup perspective, you look at this move and say, Well, what are you walking that guy to get to Resnick for? Well, from a strategy perspective, it's hard to argue as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's one of the beauties of baseball. The moves you make in a game are so simplistic, but have so much of an effect on the game itself that a lot of us that sit in the crowd that have never coached or managed baseball can come up with a reasonable conclusion. 1-1 delivery, hammered foul down the right field line. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schwartz has a strikeout, could use another one here. That one down the left field line, foul. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Resnick put the Athletics on top with the solo home run in the 7th inning. Kind of an interesting situation. Braden Fetting just got that intentional walk. He was walked to get to in the 6th inning and was walked to put on base in the 8th inning. Don't see that too often as a foul ball off the bat of Sonny Resnick. Keeps the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count with 1 down. One, 2. Pop up, foul ball, right side into foul ground comes Bennett Leppel, the first baseman. He will make the catch. That's the 2nd out here in the 8th inning. So a big out there for Plato. 2 down, and the base is loaded. And the now pitcher, Ethan Opsahl, with an opportunity to help his own cause. He's knocked in 2 of the 4 runs, 1 on a 2-out RBI single in the 1st, grounded out to 2nd to knock in a run in the 5th. His other plate appearances have been a pop out to 2nd and a ground out to 3rd, a foul ball. Coming back is the catcher McCormick, but it lands on the roof, as you probably just heard. Come out from under the table, Greg. I'll protect you. No balls, 1 strike. Subtle advantage of being a hard-headed individual. You don't have to duck in situations like that. No balls, 1 strike the count. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Yes, I know there's a roof over my head, so. Lame attempt at humor, and I appreciate you bearing with me. No balls, 2 strikes as Schwartz trying to get out of trouble here in the 8th inning. 0-2. Popped foul, 3rd base side. Odegaard will take a peek, but it's well out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes the count. Popped foul once again, Odegaard angling over towards the dugout, but it lands on the roof of the Plato 3rd base dugout. And a curveball doesn't curve, and getting hit is Opsahl. And that will lead to an insurance run for Ada. Last thing that Schwartz wanted to do there. And a runner at first base for Ada. It'll be Drake Solsing. He will run for Opsal, who gets his third one run driven in of the day, that one of the painful variety. An important tally here in the 8th inning for Ada. Now it's a 5-3 game as Riley Resnick to the plate. He's 0 for 3, got hit in the first inning. It's ground ball towards third. Odegaard will field. Winds up and throws to first base to retire the side. Resnick retired 5-3, but an insurance run on one hit. And the base is left full again. Plato needs 2 to tie and 3 to take the lead. It's a 5-3 lead for Ada going to the 9th.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Such news. It's everything I ever wanted.
There you see the scoreboard. Ada with a home run from Sonny Resnick in the 7th inning to make it 4-3. And Ethan Opsal was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to make it 5-3 in the 9th. Opsal came in to pitch in the 6th inning, got out of a bases loaded 1-out situation. Since that time, he has retired 8 in a row. Dane Schwartz was the last man to reach base. Ground ball towards second. Sliding stop made by Brett Fetting. He'll throw to first base, but not in time. And Dane Schwartz will get credited with an infield single, and Schwartz is now 3 for 5, so the tying run coming to the plate for Plato. Bo Leppel will come to the plate. He grounded to third in the first, popped to short in the third, sacrificed a runner up in the 5th, and popped to second in the 6th. As the pitch goes inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Pause by Opsal on the pitch. Ground ball towards second base. Fetting will make a sliding stop. He'll pick it up and throw to first base and Resnick. And Leppel retired 4-3 with Schwartz moving up to second base. Wasn't a realistic chance of getting a double play there, especially since Fetting had to go to his left. And Matt Odegaard will come to the plate. Odegaard does have 2 of the 6 home runs this year for Plato. He looks at a strike, nothing in 1. Odegaard walked in the first, singled in the third, was intentionally walked in the 5th, and popped to second in the 6th. Up again here in the 9th inning. Runner at second, 1 down. Ada leading 5-3. The Jordan Brewers next in line for the winner next Saturday at Dundas. The 0-1 delivery, a curveball swung on and missed. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. The pause, a look back at second, and the pitch. Odegaard fouls it off at the plate. Breaking ball inside corner, strike 3 called. Odegaard not liking the call, but it will head to the dugout. And the last hope for the moment for Plato will be Gabe Ripke, who's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and a walk with the bases loaded. 5-3 Ada here in the ninth. The pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Absol trying to win it in relief. Ada leads at 5-3. The 1-0 outside corner for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One ball, 1 strike to count. The pause, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him way out in front on that breaker, and it's 1-2 now. Ada 1 strike away from a trip to Dundas next weekend. The 1-2. Barely missed inside for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Opsol a pause and a pitch looped out into left field. That one going to land for a base hit. Grounding third, coming to the plate is Schwartz. He will score. And Plato back within 1 at 5-4. Down to their last strike, Gabe Repke gets his 2nd run driven in of the day as he brings home Schwartz with 2 outs. It's now a 5-4 ball game. And Adam Preen will stand in. He'll take the first pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. He's 0 for 3, did have a sacrifice fly back in that 3-run 5th. The run was the first run given up by Opsol since coming in the game back in the 6th inning. The 1-0 delivery looped into right field. That one is going to fall in front of Mike Erickson. Hitting second, heading to third is Ripke. Runners at the corners and 2 down, and the Blue Jays still alive with the tying run at third and the go-ahead run at first base. And to the plate comes Bennett Leppel. Bennett walked in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, grounded to the pitcher in the 5th, and struck out in the 7th inning. And Logan Lambrick, the pinch runner for Pren at first base. 10 hits now for Ada in this game. Ada with 3 hits this inning after being retired in order in the 7th and 8th innings. Opsol comes set in the pitch, swinging a foul at the plate. No balls, 1 strike to count. Plato trying to stay alive. The pitch swung on and missed. And it's no balls and 2 strikes, so here we are again. Plato 1 strike away from elimination. Ada 1 strike away from Dundas. Opsol comes set. And time asked for and granted. Everyone has a chance to either catch their breath or hold it a little longer. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. The pitch swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. It's picked up by Resnick. He'll throw to first base. The out recorded, and the Ada A's will hang on. A strikeout and a Resnick to Resnick connection officially records the putout. And Ada wins it by a 5-4 margin. They're facing Jordan in Dundas next week. Back with the totals after this.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Right now, the Receivers here, they catch up with Sonny after the game. Congratulations, Sonny.
5-4 the win for Ada. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 14 left for Ada. Plato, 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 11 left. Ethan Opsahl gets the win in 4 innings of relief. He gives up 5 hits, 1 run it was earned. He walks walks 1 and strikes out 6. The losing pitcher, Jack Yankee. The game-winning run comes from Sonny Resnick, a solo home run to start things in the 7th inning. And Ada gets an insurance run on a bases-loaded hit-by-pitch of Ethan Opsahl in the 8th inning, and that ended up being huge as Plato was able to plate a run but get no closer in the 9th inning. So Ada wins it 5-4. So Ada will go on and face the Jordan Brewers next Saturday at 1:30 in Dundas. So that'll do it for this game. One more to round out the weekend here in Faribault. Our next matchup will be Raymond and Wanamingo. And we'll have that for you in a half hour, 45 minutes. So, for our producer and director, Greg Williford, Darren Swenson saying so long for just a little while. Ada defeats Plato 5-4. And Ada will take on Jordan next Saturday in Dundas. You're watching NSPN.TV's coverage of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.